Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me and watch this video. Today, I thought maybe we can make something fun. So we will be making this. This is the final result of this whole entire video. So I made it a little bit different closure. Sliding tabs. I thought that this will give nice decoration to the front of this page. So this is another way how we can actually close our notebooks, folios, journals, whatever you like. So I bought these from Dollar Tree. This is actually garland. So we cut apart this garland to make this decoration. And this is the project. The notepad, coloring notepad, came from Dollar Tree. It is Easter one, so I thought, why not? Let's create something for Easter. And I bought these crayons also from Dollar Tree store. I will use 2 pieces of black cardstock, dimensions 12 by 12 for each one of them, and we need to glue them together. So we will put small strip of glue. Okay, let's make sure this is stuck. And now we will glue our chipboard. We will glue it, positioning chipboard on top of the cardstock on the middle between top and the bottom, and approximately 1 inch on the side. And we will glue it just like that. This is our little spine and the back of our project. So we will apply the glue. So we are leaving approximately 1/8 of an inch space in between the chipboard, in between the spine and the front cover. And the back. So now we have this piece left over, which we will trim. And we will leave approximately also 1 inch on this side. And now we will score. We will score all around. Okay, so let's just fold this over. And now we will run the spatula against each side just to get those nice crisp corners. And now we will miter the corners. So we're gonna cut an angle, leaving just a little bit of paper right here, just enough to cover the corner of the chipboard. Just like that on all four corners. Okay, so now we can glue. We will glue all four sides. Okay, and let's make a little indentation right here in between the chipboard, which will help us when we actually try to fold this. Okay. So now we need to cover the spine. We need to cover the spacing in between the spine. To do that, I will use another piece of paper of the cardstock. We will cut a little strip to cover this. So for that, I will use the leftover cardstock that I have, and we will cut strip. It's going to be 2.5 inches by 9.5. Okay, so we will cover just like that. So let's apply the glue. And I normally don't like to do it this way because the paper tends to buckle a little bit. But let's apply it on the middle so the spine is positioned on the middle of this paper. And now we will try to find that score right here. Just like that. And now we're gonna try to squish it to make sure that this glue adheres all around. So now let's work this before the glue totally dries. And as you can see, just because we are covering entire spine, the spine is picking up, but that's okay. We apply more glue. Okay, and let's work that spine. Okay. Alright. And here is our cover. glue a little bit in here, but that's okay. We will cover with the paper. So now we can cover the inside and the outside. So let's pre-cut all of the pieces. I changed my mind and I decided to use this one for the outside. So we will have to pre-cut this to 9 3/4 by 7 3/4. And we will need 2 of them for outside. 9 3/4 by 7 3/4. So that's the second one. And now we need to cover the spine. So we will need to cut. And I'm going to use this leftover piece. For the spine, we need to cut 1/2 inch. So let me trim this. Okay. 1/2 inch for the spine. And for the inside, I will use this one, and we will cut the same way. 9 3/4 by 7 3/4. So that's one. Nine 3/4 by 7 3/4. That's second. And we will use leftover piece only. We will cut only 1/2 inch. Let's pre-cut this so it's easier for me to cut. Just 1/2 inch. And this will be for inside. Okay, so we will cover the outside first. So we will apply one piece here. Here is the spine. And here is the second piece. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to apply 2 outside pieces first. And we are leaving approximately 1/8 of an inch border all around those 3 sides right here. So my thought about this project was, I know that Easter egg hunt and you know, Easter activities, they are all fun for the kids. But maybe evening time when parents want to rest, I think that might be a nice idea to keep kids still occupied a little bit. So that's how I came up with idea of this project. And I hope you got the same thoughts as I did. So okay, we got the 2 sides done. So now it would be easier for us to position the middle, so we can keep the same distance on both sides. So let's apply glue. And I'm trying to position this even with the bottom, but I'm also paying attention to those sides to make sure I place this right on the middle to have a nice border all around, including the spine. Just like that. So this is our cover. And now we will cover the inside, and we will do the same thing. We're gonna cover the two sides first, at least the front, the back, and then at the end we will put the spine. Just like that. And our cover is done. So now I'm thinking we can put this right here on the side, just like that, and our pencils right in here, and make a little nice cover and almost like a coloring station for the kids. Now I'm doing it this way because if you position like that and kids are coloring on this side, there could be a little problem with the board and the fold. So this is the reason why I chose to create this way. So now for this, I don't really want to do any decoration. I actually like it the way this looks, and it seems that it's actually matching the theme. I wasn't planning that to make it that way, but it almost seems to me that if you would like to make this for a boy, maybe you want to make it inside blue, similar color to anything that you have right here, and it would look really, really nice. So I will just glue the entire back. And yes, you can make this removable with the little belly band on the back, but I think that this is gonna be Easter play and kinda done. So I will position this just like that, so I can see the black trim all the way around. And let's squish this to make sure it adheres. Okay. And now we will work on the crayons. The crayons, we will use the same box. So let me just remove the crayons from here. And we will open this up. So when you try to open this, be careful. So I'm putting the knife actually right here where that glue is, and this is not working out too good. I just cut her off, but that's okay. I just need to open this. And if you won't cut it straight, it's really no big deal, because we will cover this box. So I'm just trying to open this, because what I really need is the dimensions of that box. Wherever it's uneven, we can just trim it. Just like that. And now I don't want this flap, so I will also cut this off. And I don't want this, because we will glue this shut. So just make sure that this is all nice and straight. And we will cover this box with the paper. So now I have two of those and I wasn't sure which one to use. So before I cut anything, I like to actually compare it and look at it, how that would look against the other piece. And this one, I don't like it. This one, I think it gives a little bit more brightness. So this is what I will use. So we need to position this right here. I will just glue this just like that on top of the paper. So let's apply the glue. Now I'm not applying glue on the little flaps, and I show you right away on which ones. You know, let me do this one side at a time. So we will apply it right here, and I'm not going all the way to the edge. So now let's apply glue to the spine and the front, all around this window. Just like that, and we're gonna glue the whole entire piece, including this flap right here. But I'm not gluing those little flaps, fold over flaps. Okay, you can see it. These are free. Just like that. So now we will cut this, we will trim this. So this will be our back. You can see the little window in here. That will stay on the front. So for the back, I'm trimming all along the side right here. Just like this. But on this side, I don't want to trim exactly with this paper because we're gonna need a little bit more to wrap around this side. So I'm gonna leave approximately half an inch, three quarters of an inch. It really doesn't matter, as long as you got enough to glue it to the opposite side. So now those little flaps, I will just cut them off on all four sides. Just like that. So now I will start cutting. So you can see in here we extended the paper, and I'm gonna cut it little angle all the way to the corner of the box, and then I will cut around the glued box, all around it. So we will round it up in here, the way the box was. And now on this side we will go straight down, just like that. So on this side we will do the same thing. We're gonna create a little angle all the way to the corner of the box, and then we are cutting down according to the parameters of the box we glued, just like this. Now this side is the bottom, so okay. So now what we need to do, we need to score this. So the way we score it, you can see where the score currently is. So I'm going to put the ruler right against that, and I will try to put little score. Don't push it too hard because you don't want to break this. And now I will just fold it over against the spatula, just like that. Here is our first score. So now we're gonna do the same thing with the second one. Let's line this up, and we will create the score right here. Again, we will fold it over with the help of the spatula, just like this. So now you can see that we are creating that side of the box like this. So we have few more scores left. So this is the other flap that we have, and I will create a score right here. And again, let's just help to fold this over, just like this. And now we're gonna fold that, this little bit of paper that we have, we will just fold this over like this. So now you see we created the other side of the box. So what we're gonna do is we will glue this just like that and on the back. Just like this. And that's gonna be our pencil holder. Now we do have this window right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it from one side to another, and then I am gonna cut little V-shapes just to make this window look nice. Just like that all around. Now if you wanted, you could also just cut out against that window, and that would be fine too. It's just that you will see the paper from underneath, and if that's what you want, that's absolutely nothing wrong with this. So now I can apply the glue all the way around the window just like that, and when you push it from the other side, we will glue it just like that. So I will push this out just this way, just like that. We can apply more glue and start gluing this just like this. Okay, so now you can see you got nice window on this side, and I should have probably cut this a little bit more, but overall I think it's a pretty nice window. So now we have few more scores left, which is the top. So we will work this. We will fold this over the same way we did the sides. Okay, just like that, and we have our top. So this will be our box. So now for the bottom, I will also score this. Just like that. We will fold this over twice on those two scores, like this. And the bottom, I want to glue to this back, just like this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna glue this portion first. Just like this. And actually double-sided tape would work really nicely in here, because there isn't too much space to actually work this. But since I applied the glue, I will just work that. Okay. And now we can do the same thing with this part. Now for this, I think I will use double-sided tape. Okay. So I will apply the tape right here. Just trim this. And I don't want any tape to be peeking on this side. So let's just make sure that the tape is stuck. Okay. So now we're gonna fold this over all the way to the score, and we will adhere it to the back, and I will run my ruler on the inside to make sure that this is all stuck. Just like that, and this piece is ready. So now we can put our crayons back, and we can close this. And we can glue this right here. Now when you glue this, just open up this flap. You want to make sure that the flap is not glued into your base. We will position this right here. Just like that. We can close the flap and let it stick, and close it. Now, if you don't want to keep this flap, then that's fine. You could trim this off. The pencils are not going anywhere because they're gonna be right here. This is what's gonna stop the pencils, and maybe that's what I will do. So you see, when we are designing something, we can always change our mind. So I will just run the knife against that. Just like that. So now it's easy to remove them. They are not going anywhere. So I guess this flap you can cut out before we actually put the whole thing together. It's gonna be a little bit easier, but here is almost finished project. And now to keep this close, I would make it something really simple. which I will use some of the leftover paper that I have from outside, and we will make a little band. To make that band, I will pre-cut paper to 2.5 inches. The length of this is 9.5, but I'm not worrying about this for now. So now let's do the score, and we will score this at 3/4 and 1 3/4. So let's fold this over just like that, and we will glue this. So I will glue one side first. And then we will glue this side right on top of it. Just like that. So now what I'm thinking of doing is actually placing this around. So let me just make sure that this is all stuck. And now I will trim this. I will trim this to 3 inches, and we will need 2 pieces. So 1 piece, 3 inches, and a second piece. I will also score it. I will make it score at 1 inch and 1.5. This is thick, so run the score a few times, but don't run it too much not to cut this paper. So 1 inch, 1.5, this 1/2 inch, that's the dimension of our spine, just about a little bit less, but I want to keep all of this contained. That's why I'm making it just a little bit smaller so we can grab the whole thing. So the shorter piece, we will apply it on the back. So I will place the glue right here on the back. That's the 1 inch piece, and we will glue it just like that. So let's make sure this is all stuck. Okay, and we do the same thing to the other side. Now when you applying the glue to the other side, make sure that this is about even, and I'm not measuring, but if you choose to, please measure, mark it up so it is even. I'm going by eye, and I think this will be even. So let's squish it to make sure it's stuck. And this will be our closure right here. And for that, I'm gonna use leftover piece, which I will cut down. I'm gonna trim it. I will cut this down to 1-inch strip. And this strip I will cut down to 1.75 inches, and I will need 2 of them. We're gonna make it a little bit different closure for this. Okay. So now we will position this just like that, so we can close this basically by slipping this in here. And I will just apply a little bit of glue on the side, just on 2 sides, and I will position this just like that. Let's make sure this is stuck, and this will be our closure. Can close this just like that. And we do the same thing to the other side. So this I will fold it a little bit to make it a little bit softer. I will apply glue just a little bit on both sides. And let's make sure that this is stuck right here and right here. Just like that. So here is the closure. And now for decoration, I do want to use these, and I don't want to use the same color as I have, but maybe we can do that. I like this look, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let me cut off the string. And I will use, you can use any kind of tape, just to hide those corners, those strings. So I will just cover it like this. So let me pull this one, this is too long. I actually like it when it's kind of a little bit loose, like that. So I will trim this one a little bit. Let's hide this. So now I do have some foam dots, double-sided foam dots that I will use on this project. If you don't have foam dots, that's okay. Take it a little bit, you could take chipboard and just double up on it, glue it together, and apply double-sided tape on both sides. That will also work. So you don't have to have foam mounting tape, foam mounting dots. They are not really necessary. It's a little bit easier when you have them because it's much quicker. So I just want to make sure that all of them will hold this whole thing. So I'm positioning them just in few spots. Just like that. I hope you enjoyed this project. This is another idea that I had to make something different, something special for Easter, for kids. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. That really helps my channel grow. So now let's just remove the backing. Okay, I want to place this rabbit somewhere in the middle. Just like that. So let me remove this. And I think I want to position maybe this way. And one more. Okay. So I hope you had fun watching this video. I hope you will have fun making this project. You could also include in here a little packet for something. I chose to leave this blank, but you could. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you will have as much fun making this as I had, and I hope to see you in my next video.